Hi, I am Melanie Kate and today I'm back with a favourites video. Oh my, January was the longest month going, the busiest, hectic, manic month. As many of you know, I actually took some time off a week ago, last week. And I'm not going to be full back to all of my videos and blog posts, etc. just right now because, well, one, we're in the middle of lockdown, two, there's just so much else going on in my life that is just, I don't know how to describe it all to you, and I really don't want to say everything because some stuff aren't set in stone fully yet, but it's just manic. Work is really busy, which is really good, but it's just crazy. So at the moment, oh, and also I was planning to come back with 2 videos this week and then start to go 3 and 3, but yesterday I spent the whole entire day with my grandma because she isn't very well. She hasn't got coronavirus, or touch wood, she hasn't got coronavirus. She did have the first injection, so we really don't think it is that, and the doctor came out to her on Friday and he didn't query that it was. So obviously I go clean there, so I spent the whole day looking after her on Saturday basically, which kind of washed my plans out for coming back and recording videos and everything. Yesterday was just a bit manic, so bear with me. I will be back shortly with everything, but otherwise just put that notification bell on or go on to Instagram on a Monday. I always post what's going on for the week in a story. So yeah, and also I have got IGTVs going out weekly as well, or I plan to. They're not set in stone either, but yeah, bear with me. So today is my favourites for January. Like I just said, it's been crazy busy and it's been the longest month going, but I do have some favourites for you all, and as of course I love a variety, so I've got a variety for you and they are all here in front of me, and on my phone of course, because I'm just that old person now. No, it's just so I've got them written down, especially when I go, I'm not writing the blog post to this, by the way, but normally I write a blog post to it, but I'm not writing one this month. It's just a bit crazy, so sorry about that. So let's go through them all. I have been a proper bookworm this month. Actually, for January, and I've read 3 books. The first one is Giovanna and Tom Fletcher's The Evolution. This is so good. This is the second in the series, sequel, whatever you want to call it. And the first one's Eve of Man, and Eve is the only woman left in the world that can basically fall pregnant and have a child. And that is basically book 1. This is book 2. I don't want to give too much away, but it's all about Eve, obviously the evolution. And so it's just so good. I read it in a week, which is really fast for me considering how that's a big book, but it's really good. It's about Eve and her life basically, trying to meet up with her father, and it's to do with the dome life and the deep life, without giving too much away, but it is so good. And I just love this book. It's not my everyday cup of tea kind of book, but it is so good that I can't wait for the 3rd one, which will probably be out next year. But I would actually say that I got into the Evolution quicker than Eve of Man, but I would say you should read the Eve of Man first if you haven't, before you read this. It's just so good. I mean, there's nothing really on the back, but the Mail on Sunday put a Hunger Games exquisite novel and compelling read from Heat magazine. This promises to be one of the big books of the year. You'd be fooled to miss it. It's just so good, and it's just about Eve's life. So Giovanna, I believe, writes Eve, and Tom writes the male characters in this, primarily Bram, but I'm pretty sure it's all the guards as well are Tom. But it is just so good, and it's just about Eve's life, going to the dome and then in the deep as well, and trying to to sort out life in general, and it's all about her obviously, and being the only one of a birth-bearing, is that birth-bearing age? That's what I think it is, but I don't think it is that, to be able to give birth to a child. And I just really recommend that. Without telling you much more, read Eve of Man first, then that. I did get that in book form because it was cheaper than Kindle, so I always look at both. Next book for me is this one, which is a self-care book, which is Kind Words for Unkind Days. I actually read this before Eve Illusion. It's by Jane Hardy. This is a self-help, self-love kind of book, and actually every page or every chapter had something that I could relate to, and also other people struggling that are close to me, I could relate to it for them. Like, I understood more of how to not help, but what they feel as well. And then most chapters or pages have a little quote with it as well. So this one says, "It takes grit to keep showing up, to keep trying again and again." Honestly, though this isn't like a fiction story, it is really good. And actually, I keep saying actually, I did learn a lot from this book, and it was really helpful. I found Jane Hardy's books all really helpful, and this was her third one out, but I would say go read them all. You wouldn't have to you wouldn't have to read them in order either. This one is more written based than like questioning and stuff, but it is really good, and there's all different things in there to be kind to yourself for unkind days, and I've kind of needed that for January, not gonna lie, but I'm quite clued on to self-care, if you didn't know that from my journey. So yeah, the final one, oh, also I get these all in book form because I like to keep them. I don't know why, but I do. Then finally I read one on my Kindle, and that was The Love Square by Laura Jane Williams, and it's an easy read, romantic story about a lady, 30 or 31, I believe she is, 31 I think, and she owns a cafe and she's the chef there. That's what she loves to do, and it's about the love square basically. She falls in love with someone in London, but then her uncle falls ill in the countryside, so she has to go over, or she's asked to go, and she goes and looks after and runs his pub because he's not very well for a year and a half. And it's all about finding love and then being stuck in a love square of who do you want the most, basically. Honestly, easy read. Again, I got straight into it. I would say this is only Laura's second book, but it is really good, and I would say it's probably better than her first one, I'll Stop, but I would recommend, well, both are really good, but this one is better, and they are pretty affordable on Kindle. So most of you know food has been a bit iffy for me this month. Me being myself, I sliced my hand open pretty bad actually with a knife cutting an avocado, so I've completely changed what I eat now. But it's the second day that I've literally not been able to wear a bandage, and it is healing, but it is still slightly open, and that's been 2 weeks now, well, just over 2 weeks actually. So I always fancy something sweet in the evening, and because I'm trying to be good, or semi-good, I decided to get popcorn, and I'm loving this. It's just Marks and Spencer's sweet popcorn. There's 6 bags in here. I eat a bag a night. It's only 76 calories per bag, so is that better than crisps? Probably. But it's nice, it's sweeter obviously, and it just takes away that need for something sweet, and if I'm peckish in the evening, this is perfect to have. So I'm having pretty much a bag a night of popcorn. Sometimes I do swap it for crisps, but it just depends on my mood. And then obviously, because I'm not having avocado on toast anymore, I'm having soup, and this is probably my favourite one, though I'm not 100% sure. The sweet corn is powerful in this, but this is probably my favourite one. It's only £1 a tin, and it is Marks and Spencer's chicken noodle soup with sweet corn. I have a tin a day basically. It's not always this one, but this one seems to be my favourite at the moment. And I'd have it with some bread and butter, or bread and spread. Bread and spread. Okay, the next thing, these are all pretty new to me actually. Everything's new. Obviously I've tried popcorn before, not gonna lie on that one, but I really like that sweet popcorn and I've never had that before. But the next thing I got for Christmas, which is Row Life, and it is to make like scenes or like rooms from like a doll's house. It is really tricky, I'm not gonna lie to you about that. It's so hard, and I'm probably like a quarter through the room now. It takes a lot of time, and you have to have patience, and you have to work a lot of things out. That it says it's for age 14 plus, but this is the one I'm doing, which is Lisa's Taylor. And I'm just putting together the craft table now, but I'll show you some of the stuff. So this is the sewing machine. There we go. So like I just said, it is really fiddly. I mean, this little hat is so cute that I've made, but it is so cute. And even like the little wicker baskets and stuff. Like I said, it's really fiddly. This is completely new to me. I have never made doll's houses or anything before. Actually, well, yeah, like this, you know. It is really hard even for me as a creative person, but I love it. I can't wait to do more of this. Comes with everything you need in the box except maybe batteries, but I think the batteries are in here as well. Yeah, you need batteries in it. Other than that, everything else, it lights up, like there's a light in the room and everything, so it's really cool. So that's this one, Row Life. That's the first one I've done. Obviously I will do some more. I'll probably show you once it's finished everything. The next thing I'm loving is something I got for Christmas, and actually I gave my friend one for her birthday in January. Yeah, she's still yet to use it though, saying that by the time this video is out she might be using it. But obviously I love sausage dogs, if you did not know that. I love Dutch hounds. So this is my wellness journal, and then it has all different things in it. So this is goals, wish lists, and then daily life. So you write a bit about it, what you want to do in the day. Let me find you a page that I have not done. And look, so here, this is like near enough near the end. It's a goal check-in page, and it makes you like check in with stuff. There's a gratitude page halfway through this. There's all sorts through this that you can fill in and do. Yes, so gratitude and self-care ideas, as well as your day-to-day basic intentions of the day's activities, sleep, self-care, thoughts and feelings, all that jazz. So this is really worth it. I would get one of these if you want a wellness journal, because I think that's really good, and I love just to fill it in at night and write my intentions in for the next day. I think that that is really helpful for even just to scribble out your thoughts and then go to sleep. Like, you feel better, you have a better night's sleep for doing that. Okay, the next thing is a documentary that I only watched last week actually, and that is Katie Price, Harvey and Me. Now, Katie Price gets a lot of bad press pretty much every day, but Harvey has, he's disabled basically. He has quite a few disabilities, as well as like autism and this really rare condition that he goes to Great Ormond Street, or did go to Great Ormond Street about. He's 18 now, and it was all about Harvey and her, and it was really good. It really you could really see how well a mum, like how good a mum Katie is to Harvey. And it was an hour long, and it was about picking him a college to go to till, so like from 19 to 25 I think it was, and working out what was best for him. you know, he really is disabled, but bless him, he is just lovely. He's really kind and caring, and like they went to the train station with his friend who's got similar to what he's got, and they were just in love with the trains, both of them, and they were doing announcements or pretending to do announcements and stuff. It was just lovely to see Katie and Harvey in normal life and how well she really does look after him and cares for him, and is a brilliant mum to him. So I mean, I think that should have, well, it gave her good, I mean, I like stuff like that of Katie's anyway, but it should have given her good press and stuff like that. So it really does show that she really does care and she does look after those children really well. And that was BBC One, but you can watch it on iPlayer. I know it's still up there, and I think they're going to film a second part of it in the summer. The next thing is, well, the next few things have been a lifesaver for me this month. The first is this Dyson Fan. Now, I work at home still, which pretty much most people do, or do you? But it is just amazing. I sit at the computer with this on pretty much all day, and it keeps me warm. Doesn't cost too much in electricity, which is really good for here, and it just helps to just take that freezing coldness off you when it is only like 3 degrees outside. And I don't want to put the heating on, this is heating, but I don't want to put the actual heating on all day because it does cost a lot to live here in electricity wise. So just to have this on, and I can click it on and off, and it does turn off when it gets to the right temperature. It like cools down, it stops for a bit, and then when it gets a bit colder it'll start again. It just really helps. I know Dyson are on the pricier side, but for a one-off purchase I think this is really good. It does get a little bit noisy, but then I think all fans are noisy, so I would recommend getting one of these bad boys. It's my mum's and my dad's, but they've let me borrow it, but I don't think I'm actually giving it back anymore. But yeah, honestly, get one of these. Also works as a cooler, like a cool heat as well, so for the summer or the hotter weather it's perfect for like aircon or like a fan. So I would get one of that. It comes with a remote control as well, but that's on my desk in the living room, but I didn't want to unplug everything. Okay, then I'm wearing this lovely jumper. It is my beige one with the black spots on, but jumpers, like any jumpers or sweatshirts basically, are doing me, they're like saving me as well because of the nice cold weather and we want to keep warm, so I just lay it up basically. But I love this jumper because it's like a knitted one, and it is a little bit smarter than say a sweatshirt, but I do pretty much wear sweatshirts and jumpers 95% of the time. It's good as well because from the top half up you are dressed and you can wear whatever you want on the bottom, because nobody's going to see you like there in this camera. They're not going to see the bottom half. Though saying that, I have got leggings on, just so you know, I'm not in my pyjamas. But I just love it. This is from Marks and Spencer's. It was in the sale, it was only £20, but they do it in black and white as well, but it is really nice and comfy. It's not itchy as well, even though it is like woolly. I just love this jumper, but also obviously I wear sweatshirts and stuff as well, as you'll see, but this is my newest one and one of my favourites to wear. The soup is falling over on my bed, not that it's going to open. But then finally, my last cold weather item and item of my favourites are these slippers. They are Jules small slippers because I have got size 3 to 4 feet, which makes me in children's still, even though these are adults. They are just so soft inside. They are blue velvet on the outside and pink pom-pommed on the toes. They are just so soft, so comfy. Don't feel like you've got shoes on even though you're wearing slippers all day. I wear them all day every day that I am working pretty much, or when I'm at home, because I keep my feet warm. My niece, she is 8, she loves them. She wants her own pair, but unfortunately they don't go down to her size, and they are no longer on the website in this size. in this colour even, but they do them in other colours which are cute, but they don't fit her because obviously she's still a child. But my friend as well, who's in my bubble, she tells me I look like an elf in them, but I don't care. They're comfy, they are cute, they are a bit of me really, because they are pink and blue, and I love them. Pretty much my favourite colours is navy blue and this pink. So I just love them. They keep my feet warm, they are comfy, they don't feel like you're wearing slippers or anything on your feet. I wear them with socks and they're just amazing to me. I can't say any more about some slippers than that. And they are all my favourites for this month. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Please comment down below one of your favourites for January, and I hope to see you again soon in another video, and I hope to be back to normal schedule soon as, but pandemic life, lockdown is just the way the UK is at the moment, and there isn't a lot to film unless you want to see me sit at a computer for 9 hours a day solid working, which I wouldn't do anyway because work's work. But obviously I do have filmed during the week before, but it's not been like me working all the time. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos. I also post at least one blog a week. I'm trying to do a face mask Friday and a self-care Sunday, but hang in there with me please. Obviously I've got IGTVs going out as well. But I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Bye!